Alright friends, we are in the middle of what I would like to call an astrological shitstorm. So if you're feeling it, then know that you are not alone and to just keep moving through. Right now we've got a really watery new moon in Cancer, which is bringing up a lot of emotions, but then we've also got the lunar nodes shifting into Aries, so we've got this real polarity of the water and the fire, and finding balance between them and allowing ourselves to move through it with as much ease and grace as we possibly can in each moment, and just forgiving ourselves. What came through for me recently was I forgive myself, and this is the sweetest freedom. When you forgive yourself, that's true freedom. And so really just giving yourself so much ease and grace as you move through all of this heaviness. Heaviness and ease can merge and they can marry one another, and it's about dancing in the polarity. So let's see where we're at. Pull a few cards, bringing through any messages for your highest and best good here and now. And let's see what wants to come through. Okay. So we've got the sacred union, inner and outer harmony in relationship. And we have the rose of Venus, alignment, right relationship, harmony. So this is really about, again, merging and uniting our inner masculine and feminine polarities. And with Venus going retrograde in like 5 days, I think it is, again, this is going to be such a massive shift and an invitation to explore our inner worlds and explore our relationship with ourselves first and foremost, and then to explore the relationships that we have with one another, and to come from that from a place of deeper harmony, because this is what we have done for ourselves. And we have portal, infinite mind, awakening consciousness. So we are in a massive ascension portal right now, and in order to ascend we need to descend. Looking back to move forward, we are uncovering all of these limiting beliefs, all of these conditionings, all of these limitations that we place on ourselves, that we are now able to see from a higher perspective and see them for what they are, and allow ourselves to move through the emotion that they bring up in us without attaching to the story that the mind tries to create in order to validate or make sense of the feeling that we're feeling. It's just allowing ourselves to feel it, and knowing that what you're feeling right now may not necessarily be a reflection of what's actually happening in your life right now. It may well be something to do with your childhood, something to do with past life themes. And so it's really allowing us this space, this container, to be able to really shift. And again, in order to ascend, we must first descend. The level to which we have descended is the level to which we are able to ascend. It is as above, so below. And so the deeper that we can go within ourselves, and the deeper that we can hold space for our wounds and our traumas, and hold space for us and create this safe sanctuary within ourselves to be able to move through this deep dark stuff, the higher that we rise, once it's ready, once we're ready to, it's this phoenix rising from the ashes. But first we need to let it all burn. We need to let it all burn and trust in the process. Yeah, we got stability, balance, and innovation, new creations, allowing this activation to take you to places that you weren't able to go before, in terms of new ways of thinking, in terms of new creative pathways that you can take, new solutions to, not problems, but new solutions to the things that have been weighing on you, or the things that you've been looking to create in this world, and you're seeing it from a different lens. And this is how we create heaven on earth, is that we allow ourselves to die. We allow the old to fall away so that we can receive solutions that are way beyond what we can think up. This is no longer about forcing and efforting our way through. Of course, there's going to be hard work that is required for you to get to where you need to go, but gone are the days where we are just forcing our way through. We allow and we work with the universal waves of consciousness that are here to assist us, and we allow the river to take us to the ocean rather than trying to map out the path ourselves. The path is already there, we just have to surrender to it. The illuminated path. So allow yourself to be guided, by a higher power, whatever that means for you, whether that is just an inner nudge, whether that's your soul, whether that's God, whether that's the universe, whatever you resonate with. Just know that you are not here to just be a lone wolf and just be, what's the word? You're not here to be alone. You're not here to move through any of this alone. You are so guided and so protected, and the path is being illuminated for you. In order to allow the river to take us where we need to go, we need to take action. And in order to take aligned action, we have to slow it down first so that we can hear the whispers of our soul, so that we can see the illuminated path. Because the soul and the higher self and God, the universe, isn't like the way the ego is kind of shouting at us to go this way and go that way because of pressures and societal pressures and pressures that we put on ourselves and all of this stuff. In contrast, the soul is quiet and subtle. And so in order to receive the messages that we need to receive and to take the path that we need to take, we need to learn how to be quiet and listen and to let the silence speak. And that takes a lot, and that's not an easy feat by any means, but it's necessary. And that doesn't mean just, meditate and be completely cut off from the outside world. In fact, it's actually just understanding or honing in your skills of listening. And whether you are in a crowded room, whether you are actually trying to have a quiet moment, but there's lots of background noise, and usually it would trigger you, but actually it's seeing that from a higher perspective of, I'm going to hone in my listening skills, and I'm going to learn how to read between the lines and follow what feels resonant to me in my body, not to my mind, not to my logic, but to my heart, and to follow these breadcrumbs as they are presented and trust that where they are taking me is where I am desiring to go. It is the fastest and easiest way to your highest timeline, is to follow these little nudges of your soul, that's the easy part. The hard part is to let go of all of the conditioning that tells us that we can't, that we are not worthy of our highest path. All of this stuff is what we need to be clearing out and letting go of, so that we get to play and we get to dance with the dance of life, and we get to understand that we are part of an integrated, interconnected web, this tapestry of life. And so you don't need to sit in a darkened room on your own to achieve this silence within you. It's already within you. It's about coming to this center point within ourselves. And so everything becomes this song of life. Everything becomes one, truly. And we've got codes of the seas. The blueprint is within you, take the next step. So yeah, exactly. It's trusting that the blueprint is within you. The codes are within you. And you don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to have the whole path laid out in front of you. All you need to do is have the courage to take the next aligned step. The next step that feels exciting and expansive for your soul, not for your ego, because most of the time the step that we need to take is fucking scary and uncomfortable for our ego. And so just remember that it's not going to be high vibe all the time. It's not going to be easy and flowy. Of course it is at some points, and that's beautiful, but it's really important that we learn how to self-regulate, how to come back to our center when we have all of these inner doubts and inner battles with ourselves. It's calming the waters and learning how to calm our own water, how to regulate ourselves so that when our inner critic comes through, we're able to almost reparent ourselves and have compassion for our inner child who's scared and all of these things, and to come back to our center and be able to be our own cheerleader and to say, okay, inner critic, I hear you, I love you, thank you for trying to keep me safe, but I'm still going to go ahead and do this because I believe in myself and because I trust my path. And that takes so much courage. So if you're on this path, I honor you so much, and I honor your path so fucking much. Like, you are doing amazing. Even when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it, that is when you need your compassion, your love, your gentleness, your self-regulation the most. Okay, and then we've got create, we've got clearing, and we've got career. So again, this is saying, just create, just get curious about what you want to create, whether that's, whether that's the traditional kind of writing, dancing, art, or whether that's just creating in your everyday life and bringing your life force into what you create, whether that's just creating a beautiful home and a beautiful environment for yourself, whether that's creating a beautiful meal, really doing it with presence and with love and with curiosity of the journey and not the destination. And then we've got the clearing, removing and releasing anything that no longer serves you. Like, the cosmic energy at the moment is so supportive of this right now. This Cancer new moon is just allowing us to feel and release anything that is not serving us. So if you're having all of this stuff coming up right now, know that it is perfect. You're not on the wrong part. Like, it's not, nothing's gone wrong. It's perfect, because right now you are just clearing out the junk that no longer serves you. And career, this is about really stepping into your next level, whatever that looks like for you. It's time for you to move forward in a career that really lights you up, really, not just for the sake of money, although money is a beautiful energy source that we can use to create a life that we love, but the inner alignment needs to come first. If we don't have that inner alignment, then we are using money and we are using material things to compensate for our lack of inner stability. Everything starts from within. Everything is a mirror. This whole reality is a hologram for you, your reality. You're the creator of everything that you're experiencing right now, and that is the scariest and most liberating thing ever, because that means, oh shit, I can't blame other people for my stuff anymore, and I have all of the power to change and to evolve and to release whatever's no longer serving me, and to create, co-create a magical life for myself and for my children to come. So we got sacred space, creating a sacred space for yourself. And to me, this is saying like the sacred space within you. It's within you. And when you have this sacred sanctuary within yourself, then you will see everything as sacred, and creating a sacred space in your environment for your connection and for your devotion to spirit, to God, whatever you want to call it, is really, really important, because it's this devotion, it's this external representation of your alignment with the sacred within you. And then we've got perception, and so really just remembering that this life that you are creating is all about perspective, is all about perception. Your perception on things has so much power. It has all the power. And it's like I always say, we don't always get to choose what happens to us, but we get to choose how we respond to it. And every single thing that's ever happened to you and will ever happen to you is happening for you. It is a vehicle for your growth. It is a vehicle for you to know yourself deeper. And when we resist that process, and when we think that something's gone wrong, we need to come back to perception, our power of perception. How we perceive things is how they are. It's like, what's that quote? Something just came through. It's like the things in life don't have meaning until I give meaning to the things in life. I'm the one that is giving meaning to it. And what I am meaning, what meaning I am giving is completely different to everyone else. We are going through our own unique processes. And so it's so important to remember that you are responsible for your perception. You are responsible for how you show up in the world, and the way that you see the world. It matters so much. It matters so much. And you think that, oh, I'm just one person, but your perspective has the power to shift energy all around you. And so it's really time to reclaim your power and your magic. And it's just really important to honor, like, take responsibility for your reality. It's time. There's no more blaming. There's no more projecting outside of ourselves. Oh, if only I had this, then I would have this. No, you have everything already. You don't need anything else. Everything that you need lies within you. And I know that that's kind of like annoying to hear sometimes, because it's just like, well, it's clearly not, is it? Well, it is. It is, and I hope that triggers whoever it needs to trigger. I know that in the past that's really triggered me before, but it's a reminder that we need. It's a reminder that we need, that everything that we need has to start with us. The security, we've got root chakra here, the security and the stability that you are seeking outside of you, give that to yourself first and just see what happens. Just get curious. Maybe I'm chatting shit. It's fine. Just get curious about it. If this is resonating with you on some level, just get curious and see if you can create this stability within you, this feeling of safety within you, and watch how that shifts everything around you. We've got root chakra here, and then we've got crown chakra, which is interesting. It's like this, again, like balancing the opposing forces so that we can move in the middle of them, this heart space. It's like, it's the middle way, right? It's the we don't have to be extreme about things. We can be malleable, we can be flexible. And in order to do that, we need to have these really strong poles and pillars above and below, side to side, so that we can hold ourselves in our center. Because when we're pendulums constantly swinging to one extreme to the other, where is the balance in that? So really tuning into that balance. And then we've got the air elemental, and then we've got the crone. So this for me is is talking into allowing ourselves to speak up and speak our truth, but also like tapping into this ancient wisdom, or this, you know, the whispers of the wind, the whispers of the land that are coming through for us. And seeing ourselves as a part of nature, seeing ourselves as a part of this whole. And so we are able to tap into this ancient wisdom that is in the trees and in the air and in the wind, and is just allowing ourselves, opening up to receive that. Just opening ourselves up, getting curious about the journey, just allowing ourselves to receive what we need to receive. The information, the wisdom, the insights will come when you are relaxed and open to receive. And again, this doesn't mean that you have to be high vibe. This doesn't mean that you have to be calm all the time. It just means that you need to allow yourself the space to work through whatever you need to work through. And we've got this Divine Feminine Kuan Yin pack. And one of the messages that's come through is fall in love with yourself again to bring in the love of your life. And again, this is talking to this sacred union that's happening. This goes so deep. This is the Christos Sophia codes. This is the return of the Christ consciousness in alignment with the consciousness of Mother Earth, in alignment with the consciousness of the feminine, bringing that into alignment with this Christ masculine consciousness of love and peace, unconditional love for ourselves first, and so with others. Act according to the true nature of the circumstances. Remove any self-importance agenda. This is really, really important point to make. It's like when you are going about your day, when you are moving through all of these heavy shifts, I mean this with so much love, none of it fucking matters. And I know that when you are in the depths of your emotions, it can feel like it is the most like overbearing, overwhelming thing in the world, and it almost feels like it's like you're the only person feeling that way. And I honor that so much. Like, I know how you feel. I am just by nature a very, very emotional, sensitive, watery person. I have a lot of fire as well, but like I am like Pisces sun, Cancer moon and rising, so I can resonate deeply with that. And that's why I say it with love. None of it fucking matters. And I know that it feels so heavy right now, but just remember that when you're feeling these heavy, deep, dark emotions, yes, you are clearing it for you and for your ancestors and for your generations to come, but also you are healing it from the collective consciousness. If you are sensitive to energy, you are most likely picking up energy from your environment, from the collective conscious, to transmute and release it. You are doing this for Mother Earth. And so it's like zoom out and just remember the truth of who you are. Zoom out and know that it's not all about you. I know your ego, like our ego, likes to think that it's all about us, but it's not. And that's a really powerful thing. It's like let go of it's like, yes, be selfish, and the more that you honor yourself, the more that you honor all. That's something I truly believe in and embody. However, it's just really important to remember that there's a higher plan to this. There's a higher purpose to this that goes so far beyond you. So just trust that, and trust the river, and trust God to guide you to where you need to go. Your past, present and future are elusive. Be pure. Free yourself from such conditions unimpeded. You are not your past. You are not your story. It's a beautiful story. It's an incredible story. It's a powerful fucking story. And you can use your story, you can use your past, and you can learn from it, and you can evolve from it, but do not let it limit you. You are not your story. You get to create your story in every single moment. Don't let worldly temptations lead you astray. Again, when you are calling in your abundance, your financial freedom, your wealth on all the levels, not just with money, do it for God. Do it for your higher self. Do it for everyone. Do it for service to something greater than you. And when you realign your values to that, to the Most High, you will align with abundance that is way beyond anything that your human could have created on its own. Seeing divinity in everyone and everything, you are nurturing your Buddha nature within. Seeing the divinity in everyone and everything. Everything's perfect as it is. Everyone's perfect as they are. All the darkness, all of the light, it's exactly where it needs to be. Release the strains, release the shackles. Just let them go, let them go, let them go. Take a nice deep breath. Just let it go. It can be that simple, truly. View your situation as a witness. Your inner strength grows. Yeah. Okay, anything else want to come through? I'm hearing kind of this whole be the change that you want to see in the world. Embody the truth of what you want to create in this world and what you want to see more of in this world. Embody it. Be about it. It starts with you. The love I seek starts with me and ripples out into infinity. And so be it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to God and to the guides and to all of you for tuning in. If you've made it this far, I'm honouring you, honouring your journey, and I'm here with you every step of the way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you.